Alright, hello and welcome. So here comes Cheyenne Way. I'll just turn it up there. The castle's we kind of got them right where we want them. Unless they set fire to us again, in which case, then we don't. As you might remember, they used fire to deadly effect on us. Poor Guanjing, he's lucky he even survived to get captured because he lost his whole team. And it wasn't because of whatever. Well, it wasn't because of the great fighting. It's because he got set on, well, it kind of was, I guess you could say. He got set on fire and then he never got not set on fire. He was unable to escape. So very good there. I'll take him. Pretty good. I'll release him though. Lu Fang, I'll release you. Zhuge Liang, I'll take it. Zhu Jing, you can have him. Chen Lan, I'll take him because he's got a lot of soldiers. Su Ran, Zhu Zhang, I've never seen him before. Lu, you fine, whatever. Whatever, I don't care. Zhang Lu, he's pretty good. Yin Mao, got him again. Release, but give him soldiers. Okay, here we go. Unfortunately, that's the end of my turn, so Yan China, Province 24. Okay. There's Province 24, right? Okay. Alright, so let's do some delegation business here. So you two guys, hopefully don't fall under attack for Pete's sake. Because then I'm really going to regret having done that, obviously, because they're not set up to win, but I could make a good college effort. You know, there's definitely potential to make them not lose, or at least make it expensive for our enemies. All right, so he had to run away here. So let's see if he had a chance to re-up himself. He did. Okay. He did, but he's not armed. So I'm going to breathlessly chase him. I think that's the way to go. And Zhang Bao is definitely not going along for the ride. Alright. Let's see. We buy weapons? Alright, we'll wait till next turn. Okay. So I have to wait till next turn, which is completely lame. There's nothing I can do about it, though. Alright. Oh, okay. Well, fine. I'd rather have skill not improved. Yeah, I'll send my advisor. Oh. Well, anyway, we can't get that horse. We would like to have that horse, of course. Aha! Let's see. Man, look at all these disloyal jerks we got here. Well, what are you gonna do? What am I expecting out of this? Well, I'm not really expecting anything out of here other than, what's the word for it? Deterrence. And I think it probably deterred just fine. This unit is probably, I could probably delegate these guys too. They're not really doing anything at this point. Alright, Province 30. Okay, and then we'll leave one of you goofballs in charge. Whoever, one of you cowboys. Whoa, look at you guys. You all hate me. Well, that's fine. Just run your province. That's all I ask. Alright. So I'm not going to do anything with Sao Ren's peeps here. But they're the 1-2 punch, obviously. And if they're going to do the two part of the 1-2 punch, then we had best arm them up here so that they're ready to go. Jeez, I was hoping this would go quick here. We'll see how it does. See, it's impossible for this to go as quick as we'd like it. Alright, yeah, everybody's well trained except for Shang Long, and that is one of our better war ability dudes. So, better have him trained. I can't remember if he's a backstabber or not. He might be. Province 29. I think I can probably let him go. Man, yeah, it's a lot of provinces plotting strategy, is it not? Anyway, this game is pretty much well over, but, you know, what are you going to do? Alright, back to work. Alright, there's our all-star team. Let's have at 'em. It is nice how I can use my, who's his face? I can use my Lord for combat still. It's good and it's bad. I would say it's mostly good. Because I don't have to worry about him betraying me. Wow, look at this terrain. This sucks. Alright. It's too bad. Alright, that's okay though. Wow, look at that center. Oh, okay. I was going to say, if they held there, that would actually be quite a formidable defense to block me from the castle, but then they just effed off immediately from it. Yeah, going around it's a pain in the butt. Now this is actually fairly advantageous to me because now they're bunched up here. And if I were able to start a fire there, wow, that would be something. But, let's see if they're dumb enough to sit there. Oh, they are dumb enough to sit there. Okay. The problem is, of course, sticking a guy there and having him stay there is a waste of manning. Because then I only have 2 units to actually go at the castle. I mean, keeping those 3 bunched up in there is grand and fine. Whoa, really wants to get out of there, huh? But Ma Liang is not the best choice to try. Okay, it's storming, so we're not gonna be able to set fire, or we're not gonna be able to set fire to that column there. But if he's dumb enough to keep charging us, oh, well, I made a mistake there. I mean, this is a good way to kind of hold their superior numbers and make them, you know, not very meaningful to the overall combat here, which I like. But still, I would much rather be able to start attacking, which you can't do right now, because I mean, I only got 2 units to do it with. But it will be nice. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Able to set fire to me, huh? Alright. Man. Why so bad at setting fire, guys? Alright. Oh, fire's not going where I want it to either. Too bad we don't have artillery in this game. I could really mess them up, obviously, from this current position. able to set fire to anything, am I? No, nobody wants to step out. Yeah. Alright, they're no longer bunched up. I'm just gonna keep moving here. Aha! Finally, when it didn't matter. Alright. And of course, they're gonna try to run up on me. Oh no, they're not gonna try to run up. They're gonna succeed on setting me on fire, which is turned out to be a pretty good. Oh, did he just retreat altogether? That was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't the most dramatic thing where I thought I was going to get the whole group of them all on fire and basically have a big win from that, but still, it's more than nothing, that's for sure. Okay. And let's start getting down to business here, I think. Unfortunately, who's his face is at the middle of a triple decker there. Oh no, it's not. It's only a double. Okay, not too bad. I need to get the rest of my forces down there now. I mean, it's nice we're able to distract a significant portion of their forces for a bit, but it didn't yield the huge results. I mean, we did take out one of their units, which I don't think was all that strong to start with, and considerably hurt another one of them, but overall, it wasn't very dramatic. That fort's on fire. That's pretty rare, since forts have pretty good fire defense. I hear you can set a castle on fire, and that will actually decrease the supplies they have, the rice and the. So I'm gonna charge in here. I don't know who this Liu Kai fellow is, but I'm sure I can charge. I'm sure Gan Ning's got superiority to him in war ability. Of course, now he put himself in a triple threat here, which is soon to be a quadruple threat, I'm sure, as that 31's going to swing around on us. Yep. It's rather unfortunate. So Guan Xing's got to run off. You figured Guan Xing would be fairly terrified of fire now, since things have gotten so bad. I'm actually going to kind of keep him in this. Well, I would have kept him in his quadruple threat had not everybody in the world tried to put me on fire, and now I have to move. So that was probably a pretty smart move on their part, I suppose. Possibly. Things are getting a little bit better here. They're not great. We're obviously putting ourselves in a bad spot. Ah! Yeah, these guys love starting fires there. We're getting like swarmed. That's kinda okay in that we're starting to break down their defenses around the castle, as we did last time. I probably should have charged Fa Zhang. Didn't want to kill him. What can I say? I'm a humanitarian. Ah! I'm gonna kill whoever it is that took that space, I can tell you that much. It is dead, man. Holy crap, look at this. But still, look like we're right back in downtown Berlin, I can say that. It's a mash joke and only half a mash joke. So they tried to adopt the Korean kid, whose name is improbably Kim. Oh, sorry, Yang Yai. Kim is a last name, a very common last name in Korean, but it is not a first name. And a mother would never call her kid Kim. Because that's not his first name. There's no reason for a mother to call her child by the family name. So it makes it hard to watch that after having known Korean. I don't know it anymore. There we go. but I used to be quite the Korean speaker, and let me tell you that was a rather. Now when I hear that line, it's so annoying. Because it's like, oh man, you guys really didn't know your subject matter. But I guess it was harder to know stuff about Korea back then. Harder to you could look it up on the YouTubes or on the Wikipedia, on the interwebs. And then there was also the fact that the show was really about Vietnam anyway. The fact that the Korean War setting was something to make it a little bit softer, I suppose. Which is really too bad because people still think it's about Vietnam. I don't know why I was tacking there, but people still think it's about Vietnam, which is kind of sad because Korea is often called the Forgotten War, and that's one of the reasons it is, because everybody thinks about Vietnam and nobody thinks about Korea. And that was a very important war as far as U.S. interests and, of course, for the region too. That we have a South Korea instead of a united North Korea as all of Korea. Imagine how much different the situation would have been with a communist Korea in charge of the whole thing. Now, of course, who can say if a whole Korea if that system would have continued to work, or if it would have been unworkable for the entire peninsula. Nobody can really say that. I would imagine, I don't know. Actually, I've got no guess for that. And if I gave you a guess, that's all it would be. I wouldn't have because of these following reasons. I wouldn't have it. So I'd just be pulling stuff out of my rear end, which, other people do it, but I'd like not to do it. Wow, Yin Mo. Hey, Yin Mo, do you want to join us that bad? Hey, you're always our prisoner. You're always our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. So anyway, but it would obviously be a very different place. And so the Korean War was a pretty important war. And I think it's too bad that it is the forgotten war, since a lot of people did valiant service there. It changed our military a bit as far as what we were to expect, and showed us that we couldn't really demobilize the way we had after World War II, since the next crisis was only 5 years in the offing, and that our military was nowhere near ready to fight the North Koreans, who we assumed would be easy prey for that war. I assumed, North Koreans, come on. They're, not even, it's only been a country for, 5 years. How good could they really be? And the answer was they were pretty gosh darn good, and they were armed with the latest in Soviet tanks and aircraft, although a lot of them were flown by Soviet pilots. But still, the North Koreans proved to be very tough in the beginning there, before we could really get ourselves up to snuff. And it kind of showed that, the whole American paradigm of you don't really need an army, you just need this skeleton crew, and then when war kicks off, then you have a big butt draft, and then you start pumping up for war. But after the war, you don't have the amount of troops that you would have. You wouldn't have a large standing army. But that all changed after. I think after the Korean War. It did change after the Korean War. A lot of people say World War II, but World War II we did a massive demobilization to the point where we were not prepared for the Korean War at all. Pants were well around our ankles, and despite the valiant efforts from Task Force Smith, we got pushed all the way down the peninsula by the North Koreans, and it wasn't until we got enough forces, and then enough forces to put together the Incheon landing, that we were able to turn the tide of the war and destroy the North Koreans as a fighting force, pretty much. And then the Chinese came in, and then it became a stalemate. So yeah, very interesting war though. Definitely not a forgotten war for me. I definitely think about that war quite a bit, because it's just a very interesting war. It's interesting how it turned out. It was a real seesaw back and forth, and yeah, it's just a lot of interesting things happened in that war. Alright. And that should be about all she wrote for Mr. Liu Bei. Now, Liu Bei, you're getting released, that's for sure. Because I'm going to attack your other province before you have a chance to recover your dudes. Yeah, recruit. Just recruit them all. Okay. Except for Yang Hong. I'm ready Yang Hong. Man, guy's old. I'm gonna let him out. Wu Yu Z, wow. Cool hat, dude. Yin Mo, man. Enjoy my hospitality. Lu Fang, get out of here. Get out of here. And release him. He's 64 at this point. So he's no spring chicken. Alright, we're at 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. So hopefully I'll be able to end this. I don't know if I'll be able to end it in the next video, but I'm going to try. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.